Check back in with you too to find out what the traffic is going to be like if you want to check out Buc-ee's this morning. The first Buc-ee's in Mississippi is officially open to the public.
Buc-ee's has built a reputation as the ultimate road trip stop. Friendly, massive, and always spotless. But behind the cheerful beaver and endless snack aisles, something doesn't quite add up. There are things they'd rather you not ask about. And even more, they'll never tell you. Once you step inside, that carefully crafted illusion kicks in fast. Because walking into a Buc-ee's feels like entering a candy-colored wonderland, where everything seems perfectly arranged by happy accident. The reality is far different. Every single detail, from the parking lot layout to the location of bathroom doors, has been carefully engineered by retail experts whose only job is figuring out how to make you spend more money. The first thing most people don't notice is what's missing from the parking lot. Big trucks. While every other highway gas station welcomes 18-wheelers, Buc-ee's has banned them completely. Why turn away paying customers? Because one truck takes up the space of 4 regular cars, and 4 families will spend way more money than one truck driver ever could. It's like choosing between one friend who brings a single bag of chips to the party, or 4 friends who each show up with full grocery bags. The parking spaces themselves aren't randomly placed either. Those painted lines and concrete barriers guide foot traffic in one specific direction, straight toward the store entrance. You can't sneak around to just pump gas and leave any easier than you can sneak vegetables past a 5-year-old at dinner time. Once you step through those doors, the real manipulation begins. Looking for the restroom? Those bathrooms aren't conveniently located near the front entrance like at normal gas stations. They're positioned deep inside the building, forcing you to walk through multiple merchandise sections just to find relief. It's like following breadcrumbs to grandmother's house, except the breadcrumbs are overpriced snacks, and grandmother is a toilet. That amazing barbecue smell hitting your nose isn't accidental either. Buc-ee's uses special ventilation systems to push aromas from their food preparation areas directly into the main walkways. Your stomach starts negotiating with your wallet before your brain even realizes what's happening. The shelf arrangements tell their own story. Bring a child into any Buc-ee's and notice how many snacks and stuffed animals sit perfectly at kid eye level. Little hands can easily grab colorful packages and adorable beaver toys. Here's where the strategy gets sneaky. Buc-ee's often sells gasoline cheaper than nearby competitors. You drive in thinking you're saving money on fuel, and you are. But those savings evaporate once you step inside. Food prices are marked up significantly compared to regular convenience stores. The profit margins on merchandise are absolutely staggering. Depending on the item, Buc-ee's marks up products anywhere from 100 to 300% above wholesale cost. That $20 shirt probably cost $5 to make. Product placement follows military precision. The most expensive branded items sit at eye level in the busiest store sections. Walking through the store, you'll encounter 4 to 6 different spending zones before reaching bathrooms or food counters. Even your exit gets monetized with grab-and-go temptations lining the path back to your car. A few months ago, I had no idea what a health ring even was until my fiancé got me one, and I have to say, I am shocked this isn't a widely known and used product. It tracks my stress levels, and what I found out is that each time I took certain medication, my body's stress levels went up 2 to 3 times my usual levels. So I immediately stopped taking that medication, and I can honestly say this made me feel 10 years younger. My wife mainly uses it to track her menstrual cycles, and she is obsessed with her sleep quality score. I noticed they were running a limited 69% discount, but the offer is expiring soon. It's currently only $60, and it's clear this one is the best bang for your buck with other health rings priced around $350 with less functions. They manage to price it this low because they cut out the middleman like Amazon, Walmart, etc., who drive up the price and take a big margin, ending up with the customer paying 3 to 5 times more. If you are on TV, you can check it out yourself by pausing the video and scanning the QR code with your phone camera or clicking the first link in the description of this video. The entire experience feels natural and enjoyable, like exploring a quirky roadside attraction. But every step has been choreographed by retail psychologists whose job is making you spend money without realizing it. Of course, creating this flawless shopping experience requires serious work behind the scenes. Buc-ee's has built its entire reputation on having the cleanest bathrooms in America. Walk into any location, and you'll find restrooms that sparkle like hospital operating rooms. But this level of cleanliness doesn't happen by magic. It requires an army of workers doing jobs that customers never witness. Those spotless bathrooms get scrubbed every 30 to 45 minutes throughout the day. This isn't a quick paper towel wipe down either. Workers perform complete cleaning cycles with industrial disinfectants, fresh mopping, supply restocking, and individual stall inspections. These bathrooms get more attention than most people's living rooms. Security cameras monitor employee movements constantly, while floor managers patrol stores ensuring everyone meets company standards. It's like being on a reality show where getting eliminated means losing your job instead of just going home with hurt feelings. All that trash from hundreds of daily customers has to disappear somewhere, but you'll never see overflowing bins or scattered garbage. Employees haul full trash bags through hidden back corridors and gated disposal areas like they're running covert operations. They move garbage with more stealth than teenagers sneaking snacks at midnight. Food preparation areas get sanitized multiple times per shift, often while customers place orders. Merchandise shelves follow strict organization rules with products restocked in specific formations. Products stay more perfectly aligned than teeth after years of braces. Behind this visible cleanliness hides a world of concealed mess. Dirty mop buckets live in back rooms where customers never venture. During rush hours, overflow trash gets temporarily stored behind locked doors in employee hallways. Staff scheduling revolves around constant cleaning requirements. Team members rotate between different roles throughout shifts without warning. 1 hour you're stocking shelves, the next you're scrubbing toilets, then you're working food service. Artificial scent systems pump fragrances throughout stores to mask any unpleasant odors. Cleaning crews work longer shifts than regular floor staff with minimal downtime. While other employees might get brief breaks between tasks, cleaning staff stay busy continuously. This behind-the-scenes labor creates the illusion that Buc-ee's locations are naturally pristine and well-maintained. Customers leave believing the company simply has superior facilities, never realizing they've witnessed results of carefully orchestrated work happening just beyond their view. But the effort to maintain appearances goes deeper than just keeping things clean and organized. Buc-ee excels at making everything appear special and one of a kind. Those endless rows of jerky flavors, massive selections of candied nuts, and walls of Beaver-branded merchandise create the impression you're shopping somewhere truly unique. The reality behind those shelves tells a different story. Consider that famous jerky everyone raves about. Buc-ee's displays it prominently in dozens of flavors, and customers naturally assume it gets made fresh by some jerky master working behind the scenes. Most varieties actually come from third-party processors who specialize in bulk meat snacks. That artisan jerky has about as much handcrafted authenticity as a McDonald's apple pie. Those limited-time snacks creating urgency and excitement often aren't limited at all. Companies introduce new flavors, let them disappear for several months, then bring them back under slightly different names or packaging. It's the snack food version of a farewell tour that never actually ends. Walk through the clothing section and you'll discover shirts and plush toys that look distinctively Buc-ee's branded. These items come from identical bulk suppliers used by other retail chains. These exclusive beaver toys are about as unique as white sedans in a parking lot. Even the fudge, which appears handmade and artisanal, follows this pattern in many locations. While some stores do produce fudge on site, others receive pre-made batches produced elsewhere that simply get sliced and packaged in the store. That homemade fudge gets more frequent travel miles than most flight attendants. Candied nuts and trail mixes that seem so specialized are often white label products. Generic manufacturers produce the actual food. Then different companies buy it in bulk and apply their own packaging. Buc-ee's honey-roasted pecans might be identical to versions found at 3 other stores, just in different bags. Most snack packaging lacks detailed sourcing information too. This makes it harder for customers to realize they're buying rebranded products available elsewhere for less money. Cold case drinks present another interesting situation. Many beverages with Buc-ee's branding are actually identical to existing products from major beverage companies, just with custom labels. Regional merchandise follows this same pattern. The identical basic shirt design appears in multiple states, with only location names swapped out. Some enterprising people have discovered this system and started reselling Buc-ee's branded items online for double or triple original prices. The questions about authenticity extend beyond just merchandise and into the kitchen itself. Standing before Buc-ee's food counters feels like watching a bustling restaurant kitchen in action. Steam rises from warming trays, employees slice brisket to order, and everything appears freshly finished minutes ago. The reality about food freshness involves more complexity than those signs suggest. Breakfast burritos and hot sandwiches that look so tempting get prepared in large batches during specific times, then stored in heat-holding stations until customers purchase them. During slower periods, some items might sit under warming lamps for several hours. Those breakfast burritos have more patience than customers waiting in line at the DMV. Food preparation timing follows predictable patterns most customers never notice. Fresh prep times typically occur early morning and again after lunch rush. Evening restocks are much lighter, meaning that sandwich purchased at 9 p.m. might have been assembled at 3 in the afternoon. That evening, sandwich has been waiting longer for you than most people wait for their delayed flights. Many bakery items that appear homemade actually arrive overnight from off-site facilities. Some locations do bake certain items on site, but others simply receive finished products arranged in display cases to look freshly made. The fresh-baked aroma is about as authentic as the pine scent in car air fresheners. When food items don't sell quickly enough, employees rotate older stock to the front during restocking. Fresher items sit in back, while older inventory moves first. It's like a deli version of musical chairs, where the oldest sandwich always wins the front row seat. Different locations handle food preparation with varying approaches. While flagship stores might operate full kitchens with staff actively cooking throughout the day, smaller locations focus more on reheating and restocking pre-prepared items. Barbecue deserves special attention because it serves as such a major customer draw. While Buc-ee's does smoke large quantities of meat, the process happens on schedules that don't always align with customer demand. Peak smoking times are early morning and overnight, meaning afternoon brisket has been sitting in warming equipment for quite a while. The differences in how food gets handled actually reflect a much bigger issue with consistency across the entire chain. Most people expect Buc-ee's to deliver identical experiences, whether they're in Texas, Alabama, or any other state where the chain operates. The Beaver logo and general store layout remain consistent, but numerous details vary significantly between locations. Menu offerings change depending on your geographic region. Certain snack flavors only appear in specific states, often tied to local preferences or regional suppliers. Finding your favorite snack at a different Buc-ee's is like trying to order your usual coffee drink in a foreign country. Pricing isn't standardized either, despite expectations for major chain consistency. Local demand, state taxes, and regional competition all influence costs for identical items. Prices fluctuate more than gas station signs during an oil crisis. Fuel quality presents another inconsistency area. Not all locations offer identical gasoline and diesel blends. Some stores carry premium fuel options that others don't stock, and diesel quality varies considerably between locations. Fuel consistency varies more than the weather forecast accuracy. Retail space varies dramatically too. Flagship stores feature massive retail areas with seemingly endless merchandise rows, while smaller locations might have retail sections feeling cramped compared to expectations. The size difference between flagship and rural stores is like comparing a shopping mall to a corner bodega. Limited-time merchandise availability varies significantly by location. New product releases often appear first at flagship stores or Texas locations before rolling out to other states. Store policies add another inconsistency layer. Returns, samples, and employee interactions vary depending on individual store management preferences. Even the famous bathrooms aren't identical across locations. Restroom size, design, and upkeep quality depend on each store's layout, construction budget, and staff size. Some locations feature massive, palace-like restrooms with dozens of stalls, while others offer more modest facilities. These variations aren't necessarily problems, but they contradict expectations of complete consistency. Local conditions, management decisions, and regional preferences create unique experiences at different stores. But perhaps the most surprising thing about Buc-ee's happens invisibly while you shop. Every Buc-ee's visit involves participating in a data collection operation that would impress most technology companies. The store doesn't require survey completion or loyalty program enrollment, but they're still gathering detailed information about shopping habits, movement patterns, and purchasing preferences. Security cameras serve purposes beyond preventing theft. Dozens of cameras throughout each store log foot traffic patterns and track customer movement through different sections. Advanced systems count people entering specific areas, measure browsing time for particular products, and record typical walking directions. These cameras watch shoppers more closely than parents supervising kids in a toy store. Some locations offer free Wi-Fi as a customer service, but connecting to store networks often allows businesses to collect device information, including unique identifiers that track visits over time. Even without actively using internet services, phones might automatically share data with the network. That free Wi-Fi comes with more strings attached than a marionette puppet. Every credit and debit card purchase creates digital records extending far beyond payment processing. These transactions get logged and connected to inventory tracking systems monitoring which products sell together, popular times for different items, and typical customer spending per visit. Your credit card leaves more breadcrumbs than Hansel and Gretel ever did. Receipts that usually get discarded sometimes contain codes or website links for customer surveys. Data gets combined with purchase history to build comprehensive customer profiles, helping predict future buying behavior. They know your shopping patterns better than you know your own Netflix watching habits. Electronic payment methods create natural customer identification systems, allowing stores to recognize repeat visitors and analyze their purchasing patterns over time. Frequent customers might not realize the store recognizes them and tracks preferred products and shopping habits. Modern retail technology includes shelf sensors detecting when products get picked up and measuring customer examination time for different items. These sensors track which products generate the most interest, even when customers don't ultimately purchase them. Traffic counting at gas pumps provides another data source customers never consider. Systems track vehicle numbers using fuel services and estimate what percentage of those customers also enter stores. This correlation helps predict inside sales based on fuel traffic. Some locations participate in testing programs for future store layouts and product arrangements. Customer movement patterns get analyzed to determine optimal placement for new merchandise categories. Shoppers at test locations unknowingly provide feedback influencing design decisions for future stores nationwide. All this information combines to create surprisingly detailed customer behavior profiles without requiring any active shopper participation. Most customers never consider data collection during Buc-ee's visits because the process happens seamlessly alongside normal shopping activities. The friendly atmosphere, clean facilities, and wide product selection distract from sophisticated monitoring systems operating throughout each location. Understanding the extent of data collection might change how you think about those quick stops for gas and snacks, but the information probably won't affect your visiting habits. After all, Buc-ee's has designed every aspect of the experience to be too convenient and enjoyable to resist.